Well, it was earlier this fall that The Young and the Restless aired its 10,000th episode.
Yeah, the daytime drama debuted in 1973 and immediately started tackling issues not normally talked about in other soap operas. Well, this summer I got to hang out on the Los Angeles set of The Young and the Restless to learn a little more about the characters and the talented actors who play them.
The Young and the Restless has been the highest rated daytime drama for more than 2 decades. Why? Peter Bergman, who plays Jack Abbott on the show, has a theory.
We've been #1 for 23 years.
How
long have I been on the show? Let me think. 23 years.
The show debuted nearly 40 years ago, and only one of the original characters remains on the show today.
What's marvelous about daytime is that you can live life, grow older, and you're still that same character, and people who have been watching you grow older with you. Have you forgotten the last time we tangled?
In January, Gene Cooper, who plays Genoa City Grande Dame Catherine Chancellor, will celebrate 39 years on the show. Daniel Goddard, who's played Kane Ashby since 2007, remembers the first day he had a scene with Gene.
I saw Jess Walton and Jeannie Cooper, and I knew that Jeannie was going to be my grandmother and Jess was going to be my mom. And I was so thrilled to work with them, but the method part of me wanted to not meet them until I met them on camera because I was looking for my family. So I was kind of avoiding them. Anyway, they kind of got the impression that I was blowing them off. You know, because why hasn't this new guy who's going to be this person who he knows on set come up and said hello yet? And then I finally, the very first time I met them on cameras, when I met them in real life, and it was just perfect. And I explained it to them, and they went, oh, that totally makes sense. They loved it.
I can handle Adam. I appreciate your concern.
Peter Bergman is another veteran.
I've been in daytime drama for 33 years.
Wow.
I was unemployed for 8 days between All My Children and Young and the Restless. They were 8 tough days, and I'd like credit for them. But yeah, I have been employed for 33 years as an actor. Thank you, God.
But he never imagined his run would go this long.
I came from playing the nicest guy in the world on All My Children, Cliff Warner, and I came over here, and Jack is a bit of a cad. And frankly, I had always been cast as the cad in other shows, but I'd spent 10 years playing this role. And I got here, and everyone on the set, every prop guy, every electrician knew more about Jack Abbott than I did. And I thought, man, I just need this to last about 6 months so I can, you know, kind of set up a new workstation in Los Angeles, and look what it turned into.
I tried to get him to narrow down some of his favorite scenes.
If I have a favorite moment, it's when I left Victor Newman for dead in his office, and on my way out the door kicked his hand out of the way. I loved working with Nikki. Her alcoholic mess storyline when Jack was a great enabler years ago was a favorite of mine.
Bergman is not the first Jack Abbott. He was a recast. Other favorite characters who were recast with actors who have seemed to make it work are Billy Miller and Amelia Heinle, better known as Billy and Victoria.
It's a lot of fun to play. He's a mischievous little guy, isn't he?
With Billy and the coupling of us and the storyline written the way that it was written and them allowing us to be kind of more fun with it, it works.
And as the characters evolve over the years, so do the storylines. Sharon Case has played Sharon Newman for 18 years now.
I always ask what is going through Sharon's head. Sharon is hilarious.
A character who started out as a level-headed girl-next-door type is now showing her crazy side.
You know, that's what I love about her, though, is that she's so silly. She makes the craziest decisions. But you know what's great is she always makes these crazy decisions from a good place in her heart. She wants to do well. She wants to succeed. She wants to, you know, just be a good person. I wouldn't want to play anyone else. I just love playing zany Sharon.
You made me stoop way down to your level, Phyllis. Could not reach my level if you were airlifted.
And you can't talk crazy without talking about Phyllis. For 14 years, Michelle Stafford has brought Phyllis to life.
It's a really fun job. It's really, really fun. It's kind of like winning the lottery for an actor.
Michelle says the only thing she and Phyllis have in common are their looks and the cadence of how they talk. And during the moments I spent with her in Genoa City's favorite coffee shop, Crimson Lights, I found that passion for both the job and the character runs deep.
If this ends tomorrow, I only have great memories. I just have great thoughts of everybody in this job.
So here's the deal. I love Delmarva. I love my job at Delmarva Life. But Jimmy, I have just been offered a job at Crimson Lights. And you know, with all the hotties of Genoa City that come in here wanting coffee, I just don't know how I can say no. Well, obviously, I did say no. I did come back.
I, for one, am glad.
Yeah. Now, you may have noticed that the man who plays Victor Newman, he didn't stop by to see me in Crimson Lights. Unfortunately, Eric Braeden wasn't shooting that day, but I was fortunate enough to run into him in the hallway at CBS Studios. I have to admit, I got a little starstruck when I met him, but he put me at ease in seconds. We talked about everything from the weather to politics, which, by the way, is his favorite subject.
Really?
Yeah. He was a sweetheart. But perhaps the best interview I had that day was with Gene Cooper. It was only supposed to be a 5-minute interview, and it turned into a 20-minute conversation. They had to pull her away.
Really?
And we had lots of laughs. Yeah, she had her script in her hand. They're like, you're on in like a minute. And she didn't want to stop talking. So
oh my goodness.
Tune in tomorrow to Delmarva Life for my one-on-one with Queen of Daytime Drama, Gene Cooper. It was so much fun.
Wow.
Yes.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. Now, here's a look at what's coming up in the news on First at 5 on Fox 21 and later on WBOC News at 6.